Okay, we're in TORAH D'Aba, page Nun Zayin. We had a 2-week hiatus. Last week it wasn't really TORAH D'Aba. We were doing Kavanot HaKadish and Shema and stuff like that, right? But we're over here in the Minhagei Ha'ari HaKadosh, right? As the book says, Minhagei Ha'arizal Ha'ari HaKadosh. And we're continuing what his Minhagim and Nagdishah and Na'aritzah, right? I was explaining to Moti before you came that our whole job in the Tefillah is to make Zun, the fourth and fifth system, the Sod, the Keter. That means we have to uplift the worlds, right? When we do that, everything changes. Kitzoniyut, the Goyim, this, that, everything changes in the world. When we do what we have to do, we could tap more into our Kadosh Baruch, into the Ein Sof, to the infinite one, the Matzi. So part of doing that is to having kavanah when you do a mitzvah. It shouldn't be mitzvah anashim melumada, right? To do the mitzvah for the sake of Hashem. So that's the avodat kavanot. To know why I'm doing it. I'm not just asking Hashem Rafa'in. When I'm saying Rafa'in, I'm building Sfirat HaTiferet. When I'm saying Barucheinu, I'm building Sfirat HaNetzach. When I'm saying Tikab Shofar, I'm building Sfirat HaHod. Right? As you see in the Nikudot over there, right? When I'm saying Laminim B'Mashinim, I'm building the Keter of the Shekhinah. Okay?
Allowing the Shefa.
And once I allow the Shefa and the Sphira, then those things are going to happen. You get it? It's not that I'm praying, yeah, you can do it the Pshat way. I'm saying, Rifa'inu Hashem Ben Arafat, give me Refuah Shlema. But you might be answered, you might not be answered. And of course, there are things, surrounding that. Do you pray with the minyan? Do you not pray with the minyan? Is your head over there and you're doubting this, that? Do you have categories? Is there a Gzerah in Shamayim? But if you take the hard route, which is all that kavanot, and when you say Rafa'inu Hashem Ben Arafat, what I'm really praying for is that the Sfirat that Hashem has to be mitgaleh is the Tiferet right now, and therefore I'm building for today. Sfirat HaTiferet.
Better chance of answering?
Huh?
There's a better chance of the
Of course. What am I basically doing? I'm working for Hashem now. So Hashem will give me the kelim to keep on working.
So what about your refuah?
Huh? It'll come because you fix the Tiferet. Midah keneged midah. You fix the Tiferet, the refuah will come. You fix the Netzach, the Parnasah will come. You fix the Hod, Mekabetz Nidchei Amo Yisrael. Which doesn't necessarily mean the Galuyot. It also means your Nitzusot Kedusha that went inside the Klippa through, the other. Hashiva Shofteinu K'Harishona is the Yesod. The Ariset Rav Chaim Vital, we're going to get to it. But that's the one kavanah, that's the bracha that you have to have the most kavanah. Hashiva Shofteinu K'Harishona. Over there, what's the Nikuda? Yesod. When I'm bowing down, what am I doing? What am I bringing down? Right? Oh, that's called avodat kavanot. And also, of course, to do the minhagei Ha'ari.
What are we bringing down?
Okay, not now. Okay? So, we are in Samich, page Nun Zayin. גם צריך שתאמר משליח ציבור כל סדר הקדושה במילה במילה. Very important halacha, I taught you guys this once upon a time. For everyone who's listening, you have to say the whole kedusha according to the Ari with the chazan. Nagdishah v'naritzah, lu matam shavachim v'omrim, milivei kodshach katuv le'emor. You have to say the whole thing with him. Min nagdishah at siyum kol kedusha kula, till the end of the kedusha. Amnam, however, says the Ari, betevot shel nagdishah v'naritzah, tzarich shetomar itam b'kol ram. That you have to say out loud with the chazan. So Nagdishah v'naritzach, when he says it, you say with him Nagdishah v'naritzach, then the rest you say low to yourself. B'sh'ar ha'tevot ad aniyat kadosh kadosh kadosh, tomar otam belachashim ha'shliach tzibur. You have to say them silently with the shliach tzibur. But when you answer kadosh kadosh kadosh, that you say out loud. So what are we saying out loud? The words Nagdishah v'naritzach, kadosh kadosh kadosh, baruch kod Hashem, and yimloch. But everything else, you have to read it with him silently. Most people don't read the whole thing with him. And they'll say the whole thing out loud. Why is that? That's what the Bet Yosef brings down. The Bet Yosef brings the Minhag Sfarad was to read the whole Nagdishah, sing it out loud with the Chazan. So in this we don't follow the Ari. Most people. Unless you're You're aware of it. You guys do that? You guys just say Nagdisha V'Naritza?
We don't sing it together.
You guys don't sing it, but you guys also say everything out loud. That's not like the Ari HaKadosh. The Ari says to say everything silently except for the two words Nagdisha V'Naritza. Means when he starts Nagdisha, he says Nagdisha V'Naritza. Then the Chazan says Zeh Zeh V'Amar. Then everybody says out loud Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Then you say to yourself Then to yourself and everyone together. You get it?
That's what Ari says?
That's what the Ari says.
How's that?
What we do nowadays, we sing that. I don't know what you guys do. Everybody sings the whole thing.
We don't sing it together. Everyone says it to themselves.
To themselves,
They
say it.
sing it to themselves, but not together.
Has to be silently though, not out loud. That's what he's saying. Tomar oto belachash. If that's what you guys do, then
You don't say it right.
I know. I doubt from Ashkenazim do it. But you know, when we do that, let's say we're davening during the week, we say fast like the Shachman Aritza, then you could do that easily. On Shabbat we sing it, but during the week when we just say like the Shachman Aritza, you could say Nagdi Shachman Aritza, then the rest you say to yourself. Just wait for him to answer the three Kedushas, Baruch, and you go. Okay? But he says here another thing. Look at the last line. אחר כך כשתענה קדוש 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 יהיו בקול רם, has to be out loud, ובעיניים סגורות, and with closed eyes, ובדילוג כלפי מעלה, and you have to pick up your feet like you're jumping, not jumping ממש, בדילוג, raising up your heels. כמו שהתבאר, turn the page. דף ל"ט שאר הכוונות. והנה עניין הנזכר הוא שהוא לומר נקדישה ונריצה בקול רם בלבד, והשאר בלאחר זה נזכר בתוספתא דמסכת פאה. There's a tosefta in Masechet Peah that the Ari gets the source from. Interesting, I never seen the tosefta inside. You've seen the tosefta? Me neither. Huh? I don't know. What's our Chokhmah maybe? והעניין של הדילוג באומרו קדוש 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 נזכר במדרש תנחומה. Where does it say? What's the source that you have to raise up your heels? When you say kadosh kadosh kadosh, it's written in Midrash Tanchuma, Chavtet Parashat Tzav. So if you want to look the source over there. וזה לשונו, בשתיים יעופף, וכי בכנפיים יעופף, אלא מכאן תקנו חכמים ז"ל לעוף האדם על רגליו, בשעה שהשליח ציבור אומר קדוש 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 על כאן לשונו. It says by the pasuk, בשתיים יעופף, the malachim, when they answer to Hashem kadosh kadosh, they fly. So how are you going to fly to Midrash Tanchuma? So you don't fly, but you get up as if you're flying with your feet. Okay, that's the source in Midrash Tanchuma, Parashat Tzav. Amnam, Never Ata B'Kitzar. Now we're going to learn in short. Of course, the book Torah, D'Aba, everything is in short over here, as you can see. Kavana Achar Rabba HaTo'elet. A very, very important kavanah. It's going to help you a lot. V'izhirani Morizal, my Rebbe was very careful to warn me, מאוד, לכוון, בתת כוונה עלי. ואמר לי, טוב, שבזה תעלה נפשי ותקבל קדושה גדולה. Through this כוונה, if I don't miss it, my nefesh will go up and will get a very high level of קדושה. העניין הוא, what's the עניין? כי נלקמה נתבהר, before we learned שעניין הדילוג, when you raise up your heels, הוא לעלות למעלה את יעקב ורחל. Which systems am I picking up? Yaakov and Rachel. What does that mean, the systems of Yaakov and Rachel? In general, the 5 partsufim, the 5 systems that I work with in Atzilut to get them to a state of completion is Arich. You can see it, it's shown there. Good. Arich, which is Keneged Keter. Abba Ve'ima, which is Keneged Chokhmah and Bina. Right? And Za, and Nok. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, sometimes we call the Nok of Za, which is Tzad HaNekeva, Tzad HaNegative energy, the minus charged, acceptor, Shekhinah. We call also Rachel. Okay? Who's Yaakov?
Yeah.
Za. Za Yaakov. Za is Israel. Right? So who's Yaakov? The Pshat of the Ari, not according to the Rashash. The Pshat of the Ari. Yaakov is a piece, the Malchut, Sfrat HaMalchut of Abba. Okay? Malchut D'Aba is called Yaakov. Okay? So I'm taking Yaakov, the partsuf of Yaakov, and I'm taking Rachel, and when I'm saying Kadosh, 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 I raise them up with my heels. Kadosh, one time. Kadosh, raise them up again. Kadosh, another time I raise them. Okay? This is not the pshat of the Rashash.
So you raise them to Abba?
They raise them up to the Chokhmah. Chokhmah de Za. Chokhmah de Za. Za has Sfrat Chokhmah, and you raise them up there. Okay? I want to show it to you inside the Sidur. Let's take any Kiddusha. I'm in the Mincha of Shabbat over here. The Kavanot of Kiddusha always fascinated me because, number one, you could never do the Kavanot of Kiddusha unless you're in a Minyan of Mekubalim. Because every Kadosh is a page. Literally. So it always fascinated me, at least to know what I'm doing over here. So you see, where it says here, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Oh, that was the previous page. Kadosh, 1. Kadosh, 2. Kadosh, 3. At the end, what does it say? Laha'alot, Yaakov, and Rachel. Rachel. Not Leah, Rachel. Okay? So that's that Kavanah, it's inside the Sidur HaRashash, right? So when you're saying Kadosh, 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 you have to pick up Yaakov, so you can have in your mind, La'alot Yaakov Rachel. Yeah, those Malchuyot, those Sfirat HaMalchuts, to raise them up by saying Kiddusha. Okay? And they're connected to Nefesh, because they're Malchut, so to give your Nefesh a big boost, right? Very important, right? It's not just singing Kiddusha. Mincha of Shabbat, we had some nice music over here. The guy made a new tune, of a friend. So, but it's not just about the music, right? The music is there to make you feel good while you're doing the kavanah. You get it? What do? We leave the kavanah, we just focus on the music.
So Hashem.
You gotta focus on Hashem through the music. The music's supposed to put you in a good mood, right? Like the Nabi said, "V'yiken again and again," right? V'ti alav yad Hashem. Elisha said that, right? He was in a bad mood. He saw the king of Israel. It was a Russia. He's like, I don't want to have prophecy next to this guy. But the king of Yehuda was there, so he said, because of him, I'll have prophecy. But I can't do it. I'm not in a good mood. Bring me the kinor. Bring me the musician. V'yiken again and again. V'ti alav yad Hashem. So music was supposed to be it is a very spiritual instrument to get nibu'ah. And if you want to feel it, don't listen to music for a week or two. Most people like jumpy music, right? Makes them feel good, right? Most people. Okay? Don't listen to music for 2 weeks. Mamash no music. Then put a nice melody. You're gonna feel different. Today, we become so saturated with music. Wherever you go, store, music is on. Car, music. You don't feel it. It became already mundane. Right? When the Levim used to play music in the Beis HaMikdash, the guy who brought up Korban, he would bring him to Teshuvah Ila'i. Because Teshuvah is from the world of Binah. music is also from the world of Bina. So it connects together. Right? That's why music makes you move. It gives you chayim. Because music comes from Bina. Bina is olam ha-nikudim. Sag. Shem Sag. Remember? Sag shebasag. Av Sag ma ben. Sag is Bina. Bina is which nikuda? Tzereh. Tzereh is from the word tzayar. To make a tnu'ah. To make a movement. Right? So the music gives you movement. Right? Re'iyah, looking at something, gives you machshavot. It's deeper. It gives you machshavot. Ruta turu acharei levavchem acharei einechem. The Al Shechus, how come it doesn't say acharei einechem and acharei levavchem? Huh? Yeah, is it the Al Shechus, huh?
Because you have to want.
You have to want before you see, right? You're gonna only focus on something that you want to see. All the tzaddikim.
First time if you look, it's not your fault.
Right.
So you have to want again. To look again.
All the tzaddikim said, that all their koach lirot, to see Ruach HaKodesh, see the person's metzach, whatever they had the power in their eye was only because of Shemirat Einayim. Even to pick, sometimes you see a person like this and something that's him, lo mistader, I'm not feeling this partnership, You need a koach re'iyah for that. Everything comes from Shemirat Einayim. But there are levels in Shemirat Einayim. I'm not telling you to be Rav Matya ben Harash, who took two things and took out his eyes just not to look. There are levels in Shemirat Einayim. But there's whoever does Shemirat Einayim, whoever really works on himself, ein kemoto ba'olam. There's nobody like him in the world. He could be mamash abal Ruach HaKodesh. Mamash.
How long does it take to reach Ruach HaKodesh?
A couple of years of good work. But you also have to have a talent for it. Not all neshamot, they have the talent.
Even a goy can reach Ruach HaKodesh, no?
Show me one. Besides for Bilam. Anyways, so what are we picking up? Yaakov and Rachel, right? The Malchuyot. We're picking up Malchut. Shekhinah, we're picking them up. How do you do it? Says the Ari. Anytime you want to raise up from the bottom to the top, has to be through Shem Membet. So what does the Ari say? Aliyah has to be through Shem Mab. 42. We mentioned Bilam right now. How many korbanot did he bring? 42. Right? 42. Beneli bazeh shiva mizbachot. And then he brought shiva parim and shiva elim on every mizbeach. Right? So 7 times 7. How much? It's 49. How did it? Huh? How those?
Minus 1 7.
So he brought Beneli bazeh shiva mizbachot. Then he brought shiva parim and shiva elim. He brought 7 korbanot and one every single. How many mizbachot he brought? Let's take out the book. We gotta figure this out. We can't. I know he brought 42 korbanot. Because b'zchut those 42 korbanot.
6 times 7 equals 42.
6 times 7 he had 6 mizbachot he did. Oh, you open up Peshat Balak. Alright. So he starts. Let's start from the end. We open up at the end. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Eden. Perek Chaf Gimel. Pasuk Chaf Tet. That's the last one he brought. V'yomer Bilam el Balak beneli bazeh shiva mizbechot v'achen li bazeh shiva parim v'shiva elim. Okay, so that's one. Vayas Balak kasher amar Bilam vayal par v'ayil b'mizbeach. Right? Chaf Gimel Pasuk Chaf Tet. Right? So that's one. He had 7, right? And each one had 7. Now each one had one korban, right? So that's 7. Okay? And then he had, I'm not counting both, par and ayil. Let's count one right now. That's 7. Okay? Then the previous one, פסוק י"ד. ויקחהו שדה צופים אל ראש הפסגה ויבן 7 מזבחות ויעל פר ועיל במזבח. Another 7. יאמר אליו The next one is in פרק כ"ג, פסוק א'. ויאמר בלעם לבלק, בנה לי בזה פרק כ"ג, פסוק א'. Another 7. So, in each one, no, we get 42. It's 42. So he had 7 mizbachot, and each one he brought 2 korbanot. Right? So 7,
6 times 7.
42. Because each one he did par va'ayil. Right? So 7 mizbachot was 2 on every single one. So it's 14, 14, 14, 42.
We say also like 7 is Yolam, and then end of days. So maybe Membet, we need all the 6 days to create Yom Shikimot Shabbat.
Could be, yeah, it's a nice chidush. Okay, so we're good. We didn't make a mistake. I knew for sure it was 42. But now we know how it's 42. Par va'ayil. So it says...
Each one was 2.
Huh?
Each one was 2.
One was 2.
Each 7 was 2.
Exactly. So it was 14, 14, 14. So it says over there, right? Good. So it says in the Rashi over there, just to get from 110, because I love Parshat Balak. It says, Abraham brought 1 ayil. And that was enough. This one brought 42. And he still couldn't do what he wanted to do. Koach of the Avot. I'm delving very deep into the whole story of the Akedat Yitzchak for some personal reasons. And in the pasuk that it says, when Yitzchak and Avram go to the Har HaMoriah, it says Vayilchu shenehem yachdav, and they both go together. So bring me the Sidur HaRashash over there. Shaharit. We don't know what we're saying when we say these things. I killed myself when I come late to Shaharit here. Because I have to be the Hazan, sometimes I have to skip these things. I break myself. I have to be here at 5:30 every morning. So, we open up to Poteach et Yadecha. Parnasa. So when we say, so the Akedah, you guys also say Akedah, right? Of course. So we say Akedah, it says the pasuk, Vayilchu shenehem yachdav. Twice it says Vayilchu shenehem yachdav, right? They both go together. The first time the Rashash writes, Vayilchu shenehem yachdav, kilulim u'miyuchadim. They were as one, they went up. With the same kavanah, with the same chesed in Gevura, Gevura in chesed. They went to shtim together. Vayomer Yitzchak el Avraham Avi, Vayomer Avi. Yitzchak says to Avram, my father. He says to Avram, his father, my father. So Rashash writes over here, Halo ata chasadim levad. You're chasadim. Ve'en b'cha tarovet gevurot. This is what he's really telling him. You don't have any sense of gevurah inside of you. So Avraham says to him, Hineni, Vayomer Hineni. Mukhan litkalel, I'm ready to join. What's the next word? Im beni. With my son. Hineni beni. I'm ready, chasadim, to go inside the gvurot, to be as one. Powerful stuff. Shehem gvurot, says the Rashash, lematkam, to sweeten them, to get with them together. Vayomer, so he says, Hine ha'esh va'etzim. Here is the fire and the wood. Vayaseh le'olah. Where's the seh? Where's the korban? Vayomer Avraham, Elohim. Avraham says Elokim, not Havaya. Elokim, says the Rashash, Hagvurot astumot hareya elyona bitmatkutam. When the gvura cannot be revealed, it's called Elokim. It's unsweetened. So that's called Re'iyah, as if the Re'iyah is closed. It says we're going to open our eyes, we're going to see the Shekhinah, and we're going to be Matik the Din. Because they were walking, they didn't know where it was. Hashem had to show it to them. Yir'eh lo, Avram, Elohim, God, Yir'eh lo. Not Yir'eh lanu, Yir'eh lo. To him, will show to him. Haseh le'olah beni. What does it mean? He will show to him, will show. Yir'eh, see, to him. Who's to him? Says the Rashash, letaken avon hari'iyah de Adam ba'hevel. They went to fix the primordial sin of Adam and Hevel, also Adam, that they looked at the Shekhinah, she'etzitzu b'Shekhinah. And you see, Haseh le'olam beni, Reshet Tevot Hevel. Vayelchu shenehem yachdav, and they both went together, letaken avon shel Adam v'Hevel she'etzitzu. So that means this whole story of Achilat Yitzchak, what was it really? Letaken Adam v'Hevel. Adam is who? Who's Adam? Yitzchak or Abraham?
Both.
No. Adam is Abraham over here. Who's fixing the Riyah of Adam?
We learned that Yitzchak fixed the Shechat Damim from Adam.
That's true, that's another Bechina. But the Tikkun HaRiyah, Yitzchak was heaven. Yitzchak brings the Korban, now he has to be the Korban himself. The people who come from Hevel, they have a special avodah, they have a special power in Tefillah and Korbanot. Korban is Tefillah. They have a special power in Tefillah. Not like Kain. Kain has special power in the Yadayim. But Hevel has a special power in Korban. Korban is Tefillah. So Yitzchak, he goes to be the Korban of Hevel, but he messes up again. Because when the Shekhinah was shown again, he fixes the Korban part, but he still gazes at the Shekhinah.
How did he gaze at the Shekhinah?
When they told him to stop, he still looked.
Who told him to stop?
The angel, when he tells Abraham, don't touch him. Haseh le'olav. There's an ayil, take the ayil. Yitzchak looked. Where does Yitzchak?
He wasn't supposed to look.
He wasn't supposed to look. Where does he take measure for that? What happens to him because of that?
Why?
He becomes blind. Yizaken Yitzchak, v'tikahena einav merot. And he cannot see. And it goes more and more. There's more layers and more layers. Why he likes Esav? What's the bechina of Esav? How does it connect with this? How does it connect with the Einaim?
Where's the Rosh
It's just crazy. It's just unbelievable things.
Where's this?
You can mamash go on and what's going on in our tefillah. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time because we're all working people. But there's so much avodah to do over here. So much shorashim and gilgulim. But why am I saying all this? Because the aliyat tefillah has to be through Shem Mab. Mab is 42. Okay, so we all did this, if you guys are wondering, to get to understanding what's Shem Mab. Okay? Unlike its counterpart, Shem Ab. Shem Ab is a Shem of Yerida, to bring down the Shfayim. Shem Ab is to raise yourself up, Shem Mab. Most of the Ari's kavanot and stuff is centered around aliyot, not about Yeridot. He's not so mitpalked on Shem Ab. There is, but it's not the, seemingly, I don't know, from what I know, it's not the Ikar. Shem Mab is the Ikar. And there's many Shem Mabs, but it's not one. There's many of them. The one that we're gonna work with in Kiddusha is the Shem Mab that we all know, the famous. The one was written by Rabbi Nechunya ben Akaneh, D'Aba-21.
So what's Shem Mab? What do you mean there's different ones?
Shem Mab, there's different ways to get Mab. There's different ways to get Shem Mab. Whoever knows the kavanot of Kriyat Shema L'Amitah, when we say D'Aba-21 over there, the Rashash brings down 3 different kinds of Shem Mabs to bring you from Asiyat to Yitzirah, from Yitzirah to Bria, from Bria to Atzilut. To get your neshama inside the Malchut to get recharged. Right? Okay, so Shem Mab. Which Shem Mab are we going to talk about specifically now? Now, Shem Mab is not one of the names that can be erased. Right? There's only how many names? 7, right? Havaya, Elokim. Right? There's 7 names that can be erased. Shem Mab is not one of those names. Okay? So you have Ana, Bakoach, Gidulat, Yemincha, Tatir, Tzirura. The first one, Ana, what is that? You have how many letters? 6. 6. Look what he says. אם כן, צריך לדלג ולכוון לעלות נפשו, this is דארי told me, זה כוונה רבה ותועלת, התועלת. לעלות את נפשו למעלה עמהם למעלה, על ידי שם מב בשם אבג יתץ. Which שם specifically of שם מב? Only the first stanza, אבג יתץ. בקדושה של שחרית, when you pray שחרית, יכוון בשתי אותיות ג' י'. So let's open up shaharit over here. Every kedusha is the same almost. Where do you see over here Gimel Yud and Sidur HaRashash? Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Hashem Tzevakot. Ah, here it is. See? Gimel Yud. See the Gimel Yud? להעלות עם יעקב ורחל, you see? להעלות עם יעקב ורחל, ועל ידי גימל יוד האבג יתץ. That's in Shaharit, every morning. גימל יוד. ובקדושת המנחה של חול, יכוון לדלג ולא על ידי שם אותיות אב. The mincha of the weekday is שם אב. When you say Kadosh Kadosh, instead of Gimel Yud, Shem
Aleph.
Aleph. Good or no good? What about the tough tzaddik? Aravi, there is no Kedusha. Where are we saying the tough tzaddik for? Let's continue reading. Ubikdusha Ubikdushat uva leTzion letfilat mincha de Shabbat. When you say Kedusha of Bale Tzion and Tfilat Mincha or Shabbat, Yichaven b'shtei otiyot tav tzadik. When you say Kadosh, 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 this is the Pshat of the Ari right now. Now, over here we're going to have 3 Shmot. In Shara Kavanot, it says to have this Kavanah before the Sefer Torah. We say Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Over here you have tav tzadik once a week. In Pri Etz HaChaim, it says to have it in the Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh of Motzei Shabbat. In another source, the Rashash says to have it in the Mincha of Shabbat itself. And that's how he writes the Kavanah down. Where's the Mincha?
So we do it all 3?
Uh-huh. You're asking me specifically?
Yes.
See? In Mincha of Shabbat he has it. In the actual Shmona Yisrael. In the Chazar. And that's how people who follow Rabbeinu HaRashash, they do it. Whoever follows Pshat of the Ari is in a Sapatucha here. One source says Motzei Shabbat. One source says before Shemona Yisrael, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. You do it in both, you do it in one. Which Shema is real? Is it, some say Pri Etz HaChaim is stronger over here. I don't know why the Rashash puts it in Mincha Shabbat, I'll be honest with you. I didn't see the Makor of his, but Ne'eman Aleinu HaRashash. He's Ne'eman Aleinu that he took it from some source in the Kitvei Ari that it has to be in the Shmona Yisrael. Okay? So this is a small kavanah that everybody could do. Where do you have it? In the beginning when you say Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh, Hashem Tzvakot, where do you have it? Or do you say it at the end? When you say Hashem Tzvakot, when you say the word Tzvakot, over there you have it. Okay? Yeah, this is tough tzaddik. All of them, the same. Same. Oh, in the same spot. Okay? Kadosh, 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 Hashem Tzvakot. Right now we're praying a prayer mincha. La'alot et nafshi al yedei aleph bet D'Aba '21. Let's see, bring it. You never know. You never know what he put in there. No, bring the regular one. It's recording, so.
Huh?
It's recording.
Sir,
If you don't mind.
who's saying Avgda was?
Abgada was Hati Kalman. How did you say the last one?
That's right. What was the last one? Hot one to say. You know how the last one?
No. So let's look in Shaharit. page 160, and yes it is, it's there. השם צבקות יכוון על ידי ג' י' אבא יתץ לעלות השכינה בעולמות עליונים לעלות נפשו עמה.
Does it say Yaakov?
No, just a שכינה.
Where?
Huh?
Yeah, huh?
It doesn't say
No.
Tafsal?
Kadosh. Taftzal. So let's go to Mincha of Shabbat. Let's see what this Sidur follows the Rashash for sure.
What
No,
page?
it doesn't say the Tafsal.
Let's see.
What page?
Oh.
Mincha of
yeah.
Shabbat you have to go to. I beg to differ. Yes, it does. Page 698. He does it like Rabbeinu Rashash. You see the Taftzali here? 698.
In the back. Yes.
So we're gonna end here for today. Baruch Adonai Amen v'Amen. Zakim Baruchim to you. Zukut Ari again Aleinu v'Aleichem.
Amen.